About 14, 15 people on, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First off, we'd like to thank you for all being here this evening and taking a half an hour out of your evening to come and learn and spend some time with us on learning about a better nutrition and the abilities that it has to offer for you. The abilities to make you healthier, stronger, and better just with having the right nutrition in your system. So like I said, we just want to say thank you. If you're not muted, please try to mute your microphone, or I can go on and mute everybody. Just want to go ahead and put that out there first. And then really we invited you all here this evening because we feel many of us nowadays aren't living their lives to the fullest. If you're not living your life to the fullest, you're not running with your children, hugging your partner, taking a walk, then truly you're not finding happiness with your life. You need to learn how to honor yourself and love yourself truly by being healthier. Really about being healthier, it's not really about a pant size or how skinny you are, but it's how you feel and what your body, the body fat mass is in your body. And for us, it's just truly important to, to feel good and just to be able to do everything you want to do physically and mentally. And by doing that, you truly need to be healthy. Mary Kay and I have found this phenomenal company, and with this company, we have been passionate about taking the product and then obviously working with people, coaching and teaching them about the solutions and the amazing nutrition that we have. And we really want to reach out to people to help start the product and start their journey so they can feel energized and really start feeling better from the inside and out. So this evening, we've asked two individuals to be on this evening to talk about their journey. So the first person that is going to speak this evening is going to be Greta. Greta's released over 100 pounds since she's been with Isagenix, and we're very excited to have her share her story. So Greta, if you want to go ahead and start, that would be great.
Thanks, guys. So it's super fun to be here and share a story. It means you have one. I love how you said about being healthy, and that's really the most important thing. I see Donna, you're on my screen, so I'm just going to call you out and say that's what it's all about, isn't it, girlfriend? Just being healthy. So I'll just start really quick and just say, before Isagenix, I was extremely overweight. I was a type 2 diabetic. And I was always tired. I was extremely tired. Bill and I would go on road trips, my husband, and I would get in the car, and I swear I would fall asleep within the first half hour. Just really had no energy. I think carrying all that extra weight, too, didn't help at all. I was introduced to Isagenix by a friend, and I was super skeptical. I didn't know that I really wanted to venture out and try something different, but yet I knew I needed to do something. My diabetes was out of control, and I was at the heaviest I've ever been, and I just wasn't living a quality life. I wasn't getting out and doing the things I really wanted to do. So I tried the products, but I have to say I had a lot of excuses. I was laughing today. I was trying to think of some of them, like I don't want to start because I'm going on vacation, or my favorite excuse, I don't want to start because I have these great clothes, and if I lose too much weight, I won't fit in them anymore. Crazy, right?
Right.
But we all make those excuses, and I was right there with them making those excuses. So I got on the program and start using the shakes and learning to just start a new healthy lifestyle, which was a really big difference for me. I ate clean, but I found I didn't eat enough. I would always skip breakfast. I wasn't a great lunch person, but then I'd eat at dinner time. That was my thing to do. So I started each time I'd restart and try again. And 3 months in, I had lost a certain amount of weight, and my doctor was so excited. I went to him, and he's like, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. And he took my diabetes medicine and cut it in half. And then 7 months later, I went, and he gave me a prescription, and the prescription said, no longer a diabetic. I lost enough weight that I got off all my diabetes medicine.
Awesome.
Still makes me cry. I got my life back. And how did I do it? Everyone says. And I think the biggest thing that I could encourage people and tell people to do is that it really starts between the ears. It doesn't start here so much as it does right here. Believing in yourself and knowing that you can do it, knowing you have a purpose, setting a goal and having a why. And that can be for anything, whether it's a large amount of weight to lose or just increasing muscle or just having a healthy lifestyle. Everyone says, I want you to be my cheerleader, and I will. I'll always be everyone's cheerleader, but you know who's your best cheerleader? You. You're your best cheerleader. So that was who I was for me. Every morning I'd get up in the morning, tell myself we're going to do this. We're going to make it work. You've got so much weight to lose, and we're going to keep going till it's all gone. And that's what I did. And I just set that goal every morning, and I revisited it every morning too. They wanted me to talk to you a little bit about what I ate. And it's changed a little bit, but not much. Still the same. Every morning I'd get up and I would drink Isagenix. If you don't know what Isagenix is, get with the person that invited you. Super important. I love Isagenix. It's a great elixir. It's a great way to start the morning. I'd have some water on the way into work because I wanted to make sure I always aimed for about a gallon of water a day. Helped just flush out all those toxins, and I felt a lot better as I was hydrated. And then I would have a shake, 2 scoops. I was a chocolate girl, so 2 scoops of chocolate, water and ice, blend it. And then about 2 to 3 hours later, I set an alarm because I wasn't used to eating. Remember, I didn't eat till dinner. I set an alarm at work, so I knew every 2 to 3 hours, and I would have maybe 2 hard-boiled eggs for a snack. And then I would have another shake for lunch. And then 2 to 3 hours later, I'd have another protein-based snack, whether it be, some of the things I would have maybe tuna fish salad with celery sticks is probably my favorite. I did apples and almond butter, tons of fun snacks you can think of. And then I'd go home and start dinner, and we would have either fish or chicken. Not a big beef eater, so that never was something I played with, but some vegetables, quinoa, brown rice. My first month, though, I was sort of like out of sorts with this whole new lifestyle, so I would go to this restaurant we always went to. Our friends of ours own it, and I ordered the same thing every day, and it was a spinach salad with grilled chicken, and my one cheat was ranch dressing. And so I always laugh. I said, I lost all my weight with ranch dressing. Now, in moderation. But, it really boils down to just making smart choices. And if you don't, it's okay. You got your next meal to worry about. But don't put it off for a week or a month or even a day. Just start the next meal over again and do it right. Just keep going. It's a lifestyle. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. I didn't gain all that weight overnight. So I had to remind myself I'm not going to lose all that weight overnight either. And I think the number one thing that I am thankful for, and some of you are on this call too, is for the support, for the team, and just for the support and rallying together. I see Bridget on here, and I know Bridget and I are in it to win it. And we left Vegas going, okay, come on, we're going to check in every week, and we're going to make sure we're down. And if we struggle, we call each other. And so you find that accountability partner, and you just make it work. And so I just I'm very grateful and appreciate you guys letting me share my story. Hey, Jeff, I see you, man. It's good seeing you. And love having you all here.
Perfect.
Great products.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
So kind of piggyback on what Greta said, is the nice thing about Isagenix is that it's very forgiving. That's one thing that when you're on a diet, generally diets aren't as much as forgiving as having the right nutrition. And so when you have a bad day or a bad weekend or whatnot, you just get up the next morning and you start over. So thank you for that, Greta. Next person that we're going to have is going to be Marianne. Marianne just started Isagenix in June with us, and she is one of our Derby girls. We're really excited to have her here. And she's going to kind of talk about her story, her journey so far with Isagenix, and the tools that she's used thus far to get her through mentally and physically. So Marianne, are you there?
Hold on. Hello?
There you are. Okay.
Hello?
It's your turn.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
It's this technology. It's all this technology. Hi, Greta. Your story was so inspiring. Thank you so much. And I'm like trying to hold back the tears because it's just an amazing your journey. And it's funny because I went through the same thing. I'm like, oh, so I feel like saying, you know, what she said, you know. I started in late June after I had surgery. I had a tonsillectomy, and that kind of I tried it and I put it off, and so really my start date was in July 9th, and that's when I joined the Isabody Challenge as well. It's been a bit of a struggle for me as far as losing weight. I spoke to Christine about it last night, actually, that yeah, my first month I only lost 8 pounds, and you know I'm seeing people losing 20 pounds. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? I'm doing the same thing. It's not happening. But the one thing that what I feel has helped me a lot is a healthy mind and body. I swear, if it wasn't for that program, I don't think I would be as successful. So I've tried different weight loss programs and have always failed because I never addressed the issues that got me where I am. You know, I always give up. And you know, it's a very positive program, and you know, but it makes you think, and it makes you reevaluate and just think about your life. And you got there. How did you get there? And what are you going to do to get yourself out of this? And so you think about your life. You think about your why and your vision, and it you start off. I'm not gonna lie. I started off really, very superficial, I want to be when I was in Phoenix for Battle of the Bank, the Arizona skaters are amazing goddesses, and that was my initial why. It's like I want to look like that, and I want to be a badass like them, and but as I progressed, it was more about my health because I started noticing the changes. I started, having more energy. One of the things that really struck out immediately was my mental clarity. I wasn't falling asleep at work all the time. I had energy. I could keep up with my kids. I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old, and my 13-year-old and I are now going to the gym together. So I've got her excited about, making healthier choices. And one of the things that people are concerned about is the cost of the product. And initially it was kind of like like a gas, like, oh my gosh. But as I go on as I continue with the program, it's so worth it. And I noticed my grocery bill went down. I make healthier choices with my meals. My kids are enjoying it. Because that was my concern, is like, if I'm doing this program and I'm not buying enough groceries, how am I going to feed the kids? But the groceries I was buying, it was enough for all of us because we were, they're making healthier choices as well. So I'm inspiring them to live a healthier lifestyle, and that was important to me. And so, even though I started with I want to be a badass roller derby girl, excuse my language, I apologize, I forget. It turned into I want to be a healthy mom for my kids. And the thing with healthy mind and body, it like I said, it makes you think. And I actually stopped doing it for about a week because it was too much. It was overwhelming because I had to, face my demons and just like, okay, you need to face this and you need to break through this. And I eventually did. And I can't express just how important healthy mind and body was to help me continue with the program and get me where I am today. My progress is slow, and in the past that's always discouraged me. But I know that everybody's body's different, and just because she lost 20 pounds doesn't mean that I'm not progressing. I'm progressing in my own way. And I've been doing this for about 2 months now. I'm 2 months in. And just yesterday, I finally got a comment, from everybody at work and even my trainer, where they noticed, hey, you're looking good. You're losing weight. You look thinner. And even though I see myself the same in the mirror, it was nice to hear finally that I'm looking better and because I'm feeling better. And I don't know. I'm so excited. I can't keep talking. I don't know.
Marianne, real quick, tell them what you did this weekend.
Pardon me?
I said real quick before we close, tell them what you did this weekend on Saturday night.
Oh, where I pigged out?
No, you went shopping.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, yeah, I did have ribs. I had 4 spare ribs. I did, and I wanted to feel guilty, but I was like, you know what? They were good, and I'm not gonna kick myself for it. But my body's like, oh, and I'm like, poop is a big thing for me. You girls, Christina and Mary Kay know about that. But I went shopping. I took my kids back to school shopping, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself some clothes. I've always been a 2X. I've been an 1820 for years, 2X, and it was getting to be a tight 2X. And so when I went shopping, JCPenney had all these sales. We bought a ton of workout clothes, my daughter and I, but I bought clothes that fit. I fit into an extra large now, and it's actually a loose extra large. I put on some size 16 pants. I haven't been a size 16 in about 3-4 years now.
Yeah,
it's been a while. I put on a pair of size 16s, and they were still a little snug, but they zipped up, and I didn't have a muffin top, and that was important. I mean, they pulled up, and so I'm sure I could have squeezed into a 14, but I didn't want to push it. But I bought a lot of clothes. I maxed out my JCPenney card, and I have a lot of really cute clothes because I feel good, and I felt so good in them. I was like, oh my God, this is a pretty blouse. I can wear pretty blouses now. And the one thing I noticed is, which I think is unfair, the clothes for 2X, 3X are really expensive, and they're not that nice. So to find all these cute outfits, I bought a lot. And they fit nice, and they were inexpensive, and it was so easy to find clothes. I didn't have to go to the back of the store, the dungeon, because that's where they keep everything in the bag, and it's just a jumbled mess. So yeah, I went shopping, and I ate. I ate ribs.
No, you're fine. We're very, very excited. So thank you so much for sharing just your journey so far. It's so encouraging just to hear. So kind of go with that, Mary Kay and I are going to talk to you about the nutrition that Greta and Marianne both talked about. You're probably asking at this time, well, what is this nutrition? Why does everybody want it? How is it going to make me feel good? So we're going to go over a few of the basic products that we feel that are very important for you to really start with your body. And the reason for that, as you'll see, is that it's just, like I said, it's putting the right nutrition into your body and really starting to feel the energy, the clarity, and just feeling healthier. We will say though, with these products here with Isagenix, we do have to state that they do not treat, cure, or prevent any type of diseases, and we're not here to diagnose anybody as well. So this is just healthy nutrition, and each person who takes it is going to have different results. So that's the one disclaimer that we do want to put out there for you. Mary Kay's I'm going to turn it over to Mary Kay, and she's just going to go over the products, and I'll jump in here and there to with a little bit of insight and whatnot. But the first product we feel is probably one of the most important products that we've come across so far with Isagenix is going to be the Cleanse for Life. So with that, I will turn it over to Mary Kay.
Hello, everyone. Thanks again for jumping on, taking time out this evening to join us. While some of you may or may not know, I'm currently going to school to become a personal trainer. So this is an extension of Isagenix. I really did not think about getting involved with personal training until I really learned more about Isagenix. So with that being said, I'm getting more into finding out the ins and outs of the products and how they work. I'm finding it very fascinating, the science behind it all. It's like I'm nerding out, so I apologize. Cleanse for Life is an interesting and amazing product. I have to admit, I have not cleansed for over a month. I think I'm really due to do another cleanse, but I haven't done it really at all. So with the Cleanse for Life, it's designed either as a 2-day back-to-back or once a week, depending on your ability, to cleanse your system. So it's basically getting the ins and outs of the body functioning without all the gunk from the bad food that you eat. So once you clean it out, that allows for the shakes, the bars, the ionics, the greens, the fruits, the brain boost, all the wonderful products of Isagenix to really work. Cleanse for Life, unfortunately, is not always easy. I'm sure Marianne, recently, since you've joined, some others of you, I'm sure, who have also cleansed will attest to the side effects, such as the headaches, the lack of energy, maybe a little bit of fatigue, because your body's used to the unhealthy, fatty, greasy, horrible nutrition. And it's sad, but it's true. Once you introduce something new, your body goes into shock, basically. So cleaning it out, while you may suffer temporarily and minorly, the benefits are just exceed any cheeseburger or fries. It gets to the point where you can't even eat it. Like I can't, the taste doesn't even taste like it used to. I'm like, oh, I can't even handle that right now. So Cleanse for Life is definitely a must-have if you really are looking to clean out your system and become a well-oiled machine, because ultimately that is really what it's going to do. The Isagenix bars, again, this is kind of a piggyback to the whole system in conjunction with the Cleanse for Life. So again, once you cleanse, get out the toxins, then you have the bars and the shakes that have all the nutrients. They have, it's a well-balanced meal without the pesticides, the hormones, all the stuff that sadly your body's probably used to in the however many years you've been alive that you've consumed until you've discovered there's a better way to live. Go ahead. The snacks. The snacks are a wonderful thing. I know Christina raved about them. She started Isagenix a few months before me, and she just continually tells me those saved her on cleanse days where she suffers from low blood sugar. So for a while, she had to kind of tweak the system to get to work for her. But once she really cleansed, I don't think you really even need those much anymore, do you?
No, I don't.
Not like you used to, because the shakes are now filling you up. They are literally a meal replacement. You're getting all the nutrients from a healthy, well-balanced meal that you could technically eat with a spoon and fork, only it's in a shake. And it's so much more convenient. So again, the snacks, the delights truly have been a godsend for Christina. I didn't really use them when I cleansed. I still don't use them even when I shake. I just don't need them. The shakes really do it for me.
I use everything.
But they're a really good way to curb the cravings that you're going to have without indulging in the bad foods. I think, Marianne, you kind of touched on, pigging out over the weekend. And you know what? That's okay. Celebrate if you have to. You're going to have those moments where it's like, I just want a burger. I just want a Taco Bell soft taco. Like, okay, it's okay.
Right. You need to feed your body. When your body's telling you to eat, you definitely need to listen to it and feed your body. And that's one thing that when people sign up, they're like, oh, I'm starving. I had someone today. Oh, I'm starving. I'm like, eat. And even Stephanie told them, eat. You know, you can have the nutritious snacks and so forth. So, like I said, the Isagenix, you can have up to 6 of those a day. And they've got the amino acids in them. And just for me having blood sugar issues, I usually have about 2 or 3 of those a day, and I'm able to get through the day. On cleanse days as well as regular days, I'll have maybe 1 around 3 o'clock, and it truly cuts your cravings out and helps you get through snack days and and your cleanse days, or shake days and your cleanse days?
Haha. One of my favorite products to talk about, besides the amp line, and that's a whole nother Zoom call, is the Ionic Supreme. And I'm telling you, I love this story, and I love talking about this story, and it's my story with Ionic. So when I first got on it, again, I didn't want to know. I just didn't want to know. Christina's like, here, take this, drink this, eat that. Okay. Okay. And so I'm at work and I'm drinking this drink and I'm like, I just got this amazing feeling. I was focused. I was energized. I was happy. I was like, okay, I've got 5 cases on my board that I've got to work. And I knew exactly what was going on in every single one of those cases without referring back to the file, without, okay, what did I do yesterday? Or, where am I at in the process? Because, they tend to run together in my line of work, which is being a paralegal. So my caseload was pretty light. So there's really no excuse for me not to know what was going on. I was just chill. I was pretty relaxed. So long story short, I'm drinking this drink and I text Christina. I'm like, what did you put in my water bottle? And she's like, Ionics. And I'm like, what is it supposed to do? And she's like, give you energy and focus. And I'm like, she's like, why? I said, because it's working. I was running around the office like just on point. If you asked me any question about anything that was going on, whether it was case related to my cases or just in general, I had the answer. I didn't have to think twice about it. Ionics is amazing, and it's got the adaptogens. And again, this is my nerd side coming out because I've looked more into these products once I've seen what they've done. So the adaptogens, if you looked into any of that, is plant-based. I don't know what you want to use. Yeah, I'm not finding the right word. Where plants adapt to their environment, to the stressors, and that's the key word, stressors. So the adaptogens from the plants that are in Ionics allows us to adapt with our functioning of the mind, of emotion, of clarity. Oh my gosh, the benefits just go on and on. And if you haven't tried Ionics yet, which all of you on this call, I'm sure, have at some point, you have to try the Ionics. It's just, I can't say enough about it. It's amazing.
And the Ionics, what we generally try to say is at least take 2 ounces a day. It really does the trick. 2 ounces is like mandatory in my book. So good.
Why you jump in on this?
With the vitamins, when I first started, we really weren't doing the vitamins, and then as we started enrolling individuals, we started getting our free vitamins because of how generous Isagenix is. Once you start enrolling people, after 5 people, then you receive these vitamins. And so Mary Kay and I have received a few packs of vitamins, and now every morning I'm walking up to Mary Kay saying, here's your vitamins, and at night, here's your vitamins. So since we've been taking the vitamins, it's like our hair's shinier, our nails are growing.
As a mine's in a ponytail.
They put them in an AM and PM pack, which is really awesome. And the reason why they put them in the AM PM pack is because generally your body can't take in too many vitamins at once. And Isagenix really knows that about putting the right nutrition in your body. So they separate them. They give you just enough for the AM that your body's going to be able to utilize throughout the day, as well as your PM. And a lot of people don't realize when it comes to vitamins, especially here in Arizona, sunny states and so forth, you're really lacking a lot of D. Product B is also in the vitamins, and that's a huge targeted source for aging, as you can see. So, we just want to kind of touch base a little bit on the vitamins. It's something that we would definitely look into. I'm going to kind of go through this a little bit just because we're a little bit over our time. So the next thing is obviously Isagenix is well known for our shakes. Shakes are truly our meal replacements.
I only came for the shake. Those of you that were celebration know what I mean.
With the shakes, you know, they're about $3 per meal, 24 grams. They're going to give you your energy, your fuel, your protein, and this is truly what has changed my nutrition. Like I said, we can't really cure, we can't say we cured or, you know, prevent, but since I've been taking shakes and putting the right nutrition in my body, I've had a lot of health issues I had in the past start to fade away just because of putting the right nutrition.
You're allowed to say that.
Right nutrition into our body, and I think that's what's so important about Isagenix, about having the right nutrition, and not just being a diet. This isn't a diet whatsoever. This is truly.
I hate that word.
Right.
I hate that word diet. It's like a swear word in my book.
Right.
It's not a diet. It is a life change, literally life change, and it's life changing.
Right. So, you know, the reason why we really wanted to come together tonight with a Zoom call is we want to share what we've been through, and obviously this is our first Zoom call, so we're really learning how to talk about all this within a half-an-hour time span. But
it's hard. Stephanie, how do you do it?
Oh, I can talk for hours about this stuff. So, you know, we really just want to put it out there, and, you know, the person who invited you this evening, the person who said, hey, come get on this call, reach out to them, because, you know, if you're paying $10, $15, $20 a day, I can tell you that your pocketbook, you'll start saving money. I used to drink coffee every day from Starbucks. I used to eat out every day. I'm saving more money now by buying the packs and then just buying what I need as the weeks go on and whatnot, than what we were spending on going out. And coffee, the Isagenix coffee is just amazing. So like I said, you spend $10 now, opposed to thousands of dollars later on medical bills because you haven't put the right nutrition in. So,
very true.
And, you know, we really just want to, you know, thank you for your time this evening. We really appreciate everybody getting on and just listening to us and listening to Greta and listening to Marianne.
Thank you guys again for that.
If you guys want to know more information, reach out to the person that invited you.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, reach out to us as well. We'll repost this online, and so you guys can listen to it again. But there's so much information regarding all these products. We just wanted to touch the surface. So thank you again for coming and listening to us.
Yes, thank you very much, guys.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you for having. Good night. Thank you for. Oh, and don't forget. I wish you had touched on BBB, but.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely. We'll talk about that the next go around. For sure.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Did something. Did you log us off?
I don't know.
Normally, Stephanie will be the last one to log off.
I'm still here.
Okay.
There you are. So I don't have the pro.